Hi everybody, how are you? Hi Margaret. Thank you for joining me. Today we are going to study Dao De Jing chapter 8. First, I'm going to read you the Chinese version of chapter 8, and then we'll go through and see what Lao Tzu is trying to tell us in this chapter. So chapter 8. 上善若水，水善利万物而不争，处众人所恶，故几近道矣。居善地，心善渊，与善人，言善信，正善治，事善能，动善时。Hi Zhang, nice to have you. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. 夫唯不争，故无忧。That's Dao De Jing chapter 8. So the first phrase in Dao De Jing chapter 8 is 上善若水. Shang in Chinese means up, also means top. Here you can interpret it as like the best, the top, the supreme. And shan means as adjective it means good, virtuous, ethical. So the top, here, 上善 means what's the best good, what's the most virtuous thing. 若水 is like water. 水 is water. So the most good, the supreme good, the highest virtuousness is like water. This 上善若水 is a very famous phrase from Dao De Jing. If you ask a Chinese that he or she may not have read Dao De Jing, but very likely that they have heard about this phrase 上善若水. It's very famous, very common. People use it in many places. Even a lot of famous calligraphers will write this phrase in a scroll, and people will frame it and put in the house. That's how well known, how people it resonates with people. Here we ask, so what does it mean? Why would the supreme good is like water? Lao Tzu never leaves us hanging. So the next segment, Lao Tzu explained, he pointed out 3 characteristics of that water has, and that then tells us what he means by 上善若水. So let's continue to read. So next one is 水善利万物而不争. 水 water. 善利 it means provides benefit, nourishes, service, gave service to, is good to. 万物. 1 means 10,000. You've heard it in previous videos. We talk about in Chinese, in the language Chinese. 1 is sometimes use a number that's very big as generally referring to everything. So water provides benefits. Water is useful to all beings, which is certainly we all understand. This is pretty self-explanatory, because we know that nothing can survive without water. Not animals, plants, bacteria, every living being has water that's in their body. For example, human, we have about more than half, 55 to averagely about 55 to 60% of our body is made of water. And water also serves a lot of other functions in our body. So it's very important. And we know plants, you can't grow a plant without water. So it nourishes all beings. It provides these crucial benefits to all beings. That's here Lao Tzu talk about the first characteristic. Not like order is important, just here. So one reason, one characteristic Lao Tzu mentioned of water is it benefits all beings. Let's continue. 水善利万物而不争. 不争 means it doesn't insist of things have to be one way or the other. So here, Lao Tzu talk about this is the second characteristic of water. What does it mean by water doesn't insist? For example, if I pour water in a mug, what shape does the water take? It's the shape of the mug, right? And now if I pour the water into a bowl, so now what shape does the water take? It's the shape of the bowl. So here it means that one characteristic of water is that it meets whatever the need is at the moment for the situation. Imagine if I pour a mug of water into a bowl and the water keeps the shape of a mug. Imagine that. That would be something very interesting to see. Okay, let's continue. Lao Tzu continued to say, 处众人所恶. It means water goes to, or water stays at, 众人 means people, the people in general. 所恶. 所恶 means where people don't like to go, or things people don't like to do. 恶 means, 恶 can be from something like I dislike something to even strong as I hate something. So that's the word means, 恶 means. So the third characteristic of water is that it goes to where others, people don't want to go. What does it mean by that? I can think about two things. For example, one is that, let's say, if you pour water on the ground, where does the water tend to go? Oh, Judy. Good morning, Judy. Computer crashed, but up now. Oh, good. I'm glad that computer worked for you. So we were talking about the third characteristics of water is that it goes to where others don't want to go. For example, water tend to go to the low places, which is compared to us. Humans, we always want to go up high, right? We want to climb the ladder, so to speak. We want to become stand out. We want to be powerful. We want to be famous. We want to be successful. We don't want to do the things that, that may be the things that needs to be done, but nobody pay attention to. And another interpretation of 处众人所恶 is, think about it, certainly we need water to survive, but another main use for water, that what do we use it for, is for cleansing, right? We use water to do laundry, clean our dirty clothes, washing dishes, it cleans our dirty dishes, flush toilet. So to serve the function of the cleaning, so water has to be in touch with dirty things, go to the dirty places, and that's where certainly we don't want to go. And however, water serves. That's the way of water does what needs to be done to be of service. So here are the 3 characteristics Lao Tzu pointed out. And then let's see the conclusion that Lao Tzu draw. Lao Tzu said, 故几于道矣. 几于 means it's very close to 道矣, Dao. That means water is, with all the characteristics, it's very, very close to the way of Dao. We know in Dao De Jing, the previous chapters, Lao Tzu talk about the importance of Dao, the importance for masters, for everyone to understand Dao, to behave according to Dao. And here, when Lao Tzu pointed out, saying that water is very close to Dao, that's actually a very, very high praise. That it's because that's what a lot of 圣人, people, or 善人, good people is good virtue. What we're trying to do all our life is to try to understand Tao and behave according to Tao. So here, Lao Tzu not only talk about through the previous chapters why, let us understand the importance of understanding Tao, behave according to Tao. Here, Lao Tzu gave us an example, like how to behave according to Tao. It's just like 上善若水, like water. Okay, the next segment has several parallel structures, each with 3 characters. It's 居善地, 心善渊, 语善人, 言善智, 正善治, 事善能, 动善时. So it's nice rhymes parallel. Here, even though in this chapter, Lao Tzu didn't use the word 圣人, as in chapter 7 and chapter 5, the structure is nature behave like Tao, and Tao is like this. So when 圣人, the second half usually is then 圣人 that follows Tao, behave like this way. Even though this chapter, Lao Tzu didn't mention the word 圣人, people, the master that follows the Tao. However, what Lao Tzu pointed out, that segment we just read, is all showing us, like for people to follow the Tao, like water, and what people should do. So let's go through it, each one by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these 7 parts, one by one. First one, Lao Tzu says, 居善地, which means that to stay in the right position. So a master who follows the Tao stay in the right position. Maybe this position needs you to be high, to be famous, so you can have more influence for people to be able to do better good. But also, maybe this position needs you to be low, just to do the things like water other people don't want to do. And that is be of service. So be the right place depends on the position, depends on what's needed to be best of service. Next one, 心善渊. 心 means heart. Yuan is the like deep and clear water. So your heart, so if the master of Tao, heart should be like deep and clean and clear water. Next one, 与善人. 与善人 means when we give, be kind. We're not giving out of for ourselves to have a good reputation, and we gave it. The true kindness is give to other in the way that they need, not what we need, out of our self intention. 言善信. It means when we speak, be truthful, be trustworthy. 正善治 means when we govern, be just, be fair. 事善能 when we work, be capable. 动善时 when we act, do it at the right timing. So these 7 pieces, 7 lines are what here in chapter 8, Lao Tzu tells us that following the way of water, the master of Tao should be. Because none of them, like we will talk about, is something that the master is doing for its own gain. It's doing it in a way that's not insist, and on the other, it's actually doing the way that's best, either for the situation or best be of service to others. So that connects us to the last phrase. Last phrase is 夫唯不争，故无忧. 不争 we talked about earlier. That's the second characteristic of water that Lao Tzu mentioned. Be not insist of one's own way. 夫唯不争 means it is because water doesn't insist, or the master of Tao doesn't insist. 故 so 无忧. One common explanation people have for 无忧 means so no worry. What does that mean? What does that mean? Means when someone is not insist of his way, then no worry. Think about, why do we worry? Oftentimes we worry because we wanted the outcome of something we do or an event to be the result, to be what we wanted. And when we're at the moment, we're thinking about the future. We want to control the future. That's why we worry about it. And Master of Tao does not insist. So it does whatever that, for example, this moment is required. Whatever that's the correct thing, that's the appropriate thing to do for each moment. So each moment, I do what's right for this moment. Next moment comes, I do what's right at the next moment. So everything is so natural. What's there to worry about? So you trust that every moment, follow the Tao, do what's right for the moment. There's no reason to worry about what's going to happen in the future. That's one explanation people often give for the word Wu Yu. There's another explanation which I think is also very good. Is Yu means special, means standing out, extra, being extra stands out, other people to know, or other people look up to. So here it says, then when the master doesn't insist, then it doesn't stand out. What does that mean here if Wu Yu means doesn't stand out? Think about it. If every moment we do whatever is natural for that moment, it's just a very natural thing to do. It's so what's there to stand out? What's there to be surprising about? Just like water, when we use water every day, when I'm thirsty, I pour all my water in the bowl. Here, a little bit more. When I'm thirsty, I drink water. It's so natural. I don't think about it every time when I drink water. It's like, wow, this is amazing. I need this for my life. And it's just the water provides benefit to us in such a natural way. And then you think about all the important things in our life. Not just water. Think about air, the air that surrounds us, even the ground that supports us, the nature that's all around us. It's all so crucial, so important to us. However, we stay in it, we live in it. It's all so natural. It's nothing, we just enjoy the benefit. It provides benefit to us in such a natural way. It doesn't sound anything that's so special. This makes me think about, oftentimes people say, what is Tao? Tao is such an abstract thing. How we grasp it, how we understand it. When we stop and then just take a look what's all around us. And you can see that Tao is everywhere. So this is Dao De Jing chapter 8. I really like this chapter. I probably said this a lot. I think I like all the chapters in Dao De Jing. But 上善若水. So let's all be like water. Have a beautiful day, everyone. See you next week. Thank you all for joining me. Take care.